321, maybe 10987654 Here we are live on other platforms as well. So again, welcome to today. We're going to talk about the power of email marketing. We're going to talk about should the U.S. women's soccer coach have resigned and more. And good morning, the Allison Turner. Good to have you here today. Again, this is Ramon Ray. So let's dive right into it. Talking about what happened with our previous segment. We have David who got hit in the head, had to drag himself to the desert, et cetera, and amazing. And Dr. Jeannie Snyder hit it. Marilyn says, I thought you were waving at me. I was Marilyn on IG. And Dr. Jeannie Snyder hit the thing on the head. When you have a story, yes, especially if it's a horrific story, as David went through, sorry we had to go through that. Nobody wants to be abused. Nobody wants to have their arms broken. Nobody wants to be almost drowned. Nobody wants to go through all the things. Dr. Jenny Lacey has shared her story. Marilyn Wilkins has shared her story. Everybody has a story, and many of our stories are traumatic in some way. As Tina Wilson says, no more traumedy, something like that. She says, but, the fact that you have the story, you got the story, you might as well use it for two things you can do with your story. One is to make the world a better place, to impact more lives, to help others along their journey. There's somebody as well, David and Dr. Jeannie and others who are here on this platform who've gone through what you're doing are similar. Marilyn Wilkins agrees with me on IG. It's all about the story. So much alignment. Absolutely. All about the story. Hey, good morning, Julie Ringo. Good morning, Arung. Good morning. So you can help others along their journey. This is what the world's about. Me having a child when I was very young. Me going through issues in my life. Me being fired from the United Nations. I can help somebody else that's gone through that. We have so many of our hosts. Dr. Jenny Lacey has her trauma story. David Hill has his traumatic childhood story and more. And they use these now to help others. So that's number one. And the second reason to use your story, we all need to eat. We all want to do fulfilled lives and jobs. Yes, you can get paid. People will invite you to be on their stages and begin to pay you, or in some ways to monetize that story. Some people don't like that. Some people don't like it. I hear this amount sometimes, oh, it's not about the money. By the way, I'm not doing this. I'm not charging prices. It's not going to my pocket. People, especially my BWC family, stop that nonsense. Stop that crap. Oh, I'm doing this. I'm sorry I have to charge for it, but I need $2 to pay for the freaking pizza. Stop this, people. Stop this nonsense. It's okay to make money. It is okay. Now, if you're doing a purely nonprofit, purely altruistic, and you're raising funds to pay for, selling chocolate to pay for the charity of the year to help feed kids somewhere, sure, there's time for that. There's time for that. But there's no need to be apologetic if you're offering something of value to people can get value for it. When the guy comes and cleans my carpets, he does not apologize to me for charging for it. No, I need him to charge for it so he can make money, live a fulfilled life, so he can come back again and clean my carpet again because he wants to feed his family, live a great life, and I want my carpets cleaned. We're in sync. I'm going to pause a second here. If you hear what I'm saying, if you're picking up what I'm putting down, if this resonates with you, if you agree with me, even if you disagree, you think I'm a low-life moron, that's okay. On the Clubhouse side, you have permission. Unmic and let me know what you think about that. On the IG side, put comments in, and or if you want to jump, we won't do that right now. But yeah, on the Clubhouse side, unmic, let me know what you think on that point right there before I move on to the next 8 minus 37, whatever that is, 8 o'clock a.m. Go ahead.
I'm charging next year. I am. I learned. Let me tell you, because yes, I initially did it to self-serve and practice a keynote. So I'm like, just come for free and order from the waiters, it'll be fun. But as this grows and as I see how not only am I elevating myself, I'm bringing, a positive message, I'm helping others, but I'm elevating their platforms too, as I highlight speakers who are coming, and everybody will walk away with something. I don't want to walk away with empty pockets. So yeah, it's valuable. It's important. And next year I'm charging for sure.
Absolutely. And I do get it, Marilyn, because in this community, as it were, we're a bit careful, as it were. But I think Kim Walsh Phillips shares that, or has exemplified that the best. Now, most all of us on this platform are getting clients in one way or another. And so I want to be vulnerable about that. Many times we say oftentimes, right? Oh, we're doing this for free. We're doing this from the goodness of our hearts. Please. Yeah, I get the spirit of it. Trust me, Glenn Rudin wants to get some personal branding clients. Trusting Christina Howard wants people to have health and beauty, but she wants them to get it from her. You get my point. Ramon Ray, I want you to go to celebrityceo.com, 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 and download the Celebrity CEO Blueprint. Yeah, I want you to do that. Celebrityceo.com, download the blueprint. And I'm going to nurture you and have you join the Celebrity CEO community, which many people have benefited from. No shame in that. Do you know there's women hurting all across the country, women hurting all across the world? Who and many in my community that I've recommended to the programs of Dr. Jenny Lacey, that I've recommended to the programs of Lolita Walker, and they're charging for it. So let me move on from that. I got 21 minutes to go. Just want to dive into some other topics. As promised, sometimes I feel like I'm going to go off topic. I feel like doing it. But since I put it in the chat and since I put it on the title of this show, let me touch on something. I'm going to get to email marketing in a minute here. Thank you so much for putting that in there. Download the Celebrity CEO Blueprint at celebrityceo.com/blueprint if you want to be the celebrity in your business. And to the point, let me give you an example real quick. Before I move on here, let me just give you an example of something that I'm showing you of what I'm talking about being the celebrity in your business. And then we're going to touch on email marketing, and then we're going to touch on the soccer coach, women's soccer coach, which is probably going to do some triggers that y'all going to just hate me, but that's okay. I don't mind people hating me. So let's see. Here's what I wanted to touch on real quick. Let me first remove that comment there. Yeah, so here's an example of what I mean being the celebrity CEO of your business. As you can see on the screen, if you're looking at any of my video across my social channels, Entrepreneur Daily just featured one of my articles in their email newsletter. For me, that's a big deal. And I've been featured before on Mass Television, Wall Street Journal, New York Times. But every day, every week when it happens, it's a new experience. So Entrepreneur Daily just featured my article where I talked about how you can step away from your business and enjoy life. They featured my article. And here's why I want to explain this to you, why I'm sharing this with you. This is achievable for all of you. This is what we talk about in the Celebrity CEO community, how to get featured on Entrepreneur, how Ramon has done it, why they featured it, and how I'm able to scale my content like never before. Thank you so much. Dr. Marilyn. Hey, Dr. Marilyn, good to have you here. Good to have you here. Thanks for being here. So Dr. Emerald, I can't see that far. Dr. Emerald, oh my God, Dr. Emerald, so good to have you here. Good to see you last week at the Aspire Conference with Marcus Lemonis. Thanks for being there, Dr. Emerald. So increasing your celebrity cachet, your celebrity value is important. Let me move on here, but I just wanted to showcase that. I'm very proud of that Entrepreneur featured my content. I've been wondering, how do they do this? Why do they do it? And I realized I kept at it. And this morning I'm seeing, wow, I'm in their email newsletter. Let me move on to two more things. Time is short. I got about 19 minutes to go. And I want to provide you with the best content I can every single day. So next point here, and I'd like to know, by the way, am I going too fast? I wonder if this episode that I'm doing here is a bit too fast. I'm jamming too much in and it's giving you digital whiplash. In the comments, put that in there. If you think it's a bit fast, put fast or whiplash. I'd like to know. Especially on the IG side, or is it just about right? I purposely crammed a bit in. Purposely, I wanted a fast show today. Maybe it's a bit too fast, a bit too distracted. We'll see. So, U.S. women's soccer coach Vlatko Adonveski resigns after the World Cup exit. Now, this happened some weeks ago or so. But when I saw this here, that the women's soccer coach resigned, it got me thinking and talking about coaching programs and hiring a coach. As I look on the BWC stage, grab my iPad here, I look on the BWC stage, and I see here Dr. Jeannie, of course, is the world's foremost coach in getting people to be in their genius. I see here Jack. I believe Jack is a coach as well. I see Mary Lynn, who may be getting into that, I believe. I'm not sure. I see Tosh. Angeline helps coach people on digital marketing and more. Dora Maria, her amazing book. And by the way, if you want me to do a giveaway of Dora Maria's book, put book in the chat. Put book in the chat if you want a giveaway of Dora Maria's book. If you don't put anything in the chat. I see Justin Conoco, who's building some amazing things. Matt, GPT, David's there. Scott Simons, Fiona, and others here who offer some version of coaching or more. Coaches are very important. So I started thinking, the U.S. women's soccer coach resigned. Okay, Rodney Hatfield wants me to do it, so I'll do it. But I was thinking, should he have resigned? Should he have resigned? Or should he have stayed? And maybe he was pushed out, who knows? But here's my 2 cents on the U.S. women's soccer coach resigning. I'm going to not focus on him so much, but I want to leave a few tips on coaching before I move into my third point, and we'll wrap it up about email marketing. Everybody should have a coach. Whether that's a coach like a podcast, YouTube, somehow that somebody's pouring into you. Or I should say that's more like learning, I should say. But I do think everybody should have a one-to-one relationship at some point in their life, if not several times in different seasons, somebody who's pouring into you on a consistent basis. You may not need a coach your whole life. Many people do. But if you're not working with Dr. Jeannie for 3 months, you're not working with other people on the platform who may be coaching in different ways for a few months at a time, a few weeks at a time, a week at a time, you really should consider doing it. If you've never had coaching, you should do it. I have several coaches in my life who I pay for. Lamar Tyler's one. I pay him $2,500 a month, $30,000 a year. I think that's what the number is for his coaching. And I can go on. I received coaching from Larissa Harrington, paid her for some of her time. Dr. Jeannie Snyder has been kind enough to pour into me. And I can go down the list of a number of people who poured into me in one way or another. And I see Natalie Gregg's like, absolutely, yes. So coaching is right. And what I want to leave you with is this: get the right coach. Before you get a coach, get referrals from other. One way of being on this BWC platform, one way is nobody can hide. Nobody can hide. When y'all go to Mary Lynn Wilkins' event in the hangar with the 747s and the B-50 bombers and the Porsche planes and all the kind of stuff she's going to bring there, carrying y'all on like strong men, carrying y'all from the cars to all the stuff she has planned. I'm just messing with y'all, okay? So keep that in mind. I'm just having some fun here. What Mary Lynn be like, Ramon, you'll get me a lawsuit. That's Ramon talking, y'all, not Mary Lynn. But you get what I'm saying. When she has her event, if it don't work out well, if it's busted, if something goes wrong, we all gonna know about it. That's just it. But it will be a success, and we all gonna know about it. But you get my point. Me, celebrity CEO coaching, I can't hide. I got people in this community who pay me money who are in my coaching program. I can't hide. If it's busted, I may not know about it, but all y'all gonna know about it in some way, shape, or form. Trust me on that. So that's the advantage of being in this community. Justin Conoco, the dude can't hide. He's been sharing content for a year or two. It's kind of out there. We can fly and see him or not. You feel what I mean? So that's number 2, get referrals. And when I say coach, I'm going to broaden that word, whether it's called a coach, a mentor, a friend, a business advisor, a consultant, different names we can use, and they're different things. But my point being, everybody should get somebody who's helping them in their business. And part of it could be mindset work, inner work. Part of it could be tactical business stuff. You have to decide which one's for you. And for many of us, it's both. Many of us is both. Hey, what's up, Precious? Just joined. Are they a fit for you? This you have to understand as well. Are they a fit for you? Every coach is not for everybody. Maybe your faiths are diametrically opposed and they're telling you to do things that go against your faith. That's okay. They may not be a fit for you. Maybe it's the stage you're at in life. They're more hard-charging Navy SEAL. Get up, Dr. Jeannie. Give me 5,000 push-ups. You can do it right now. That just may not be for you. And the final question I think to ask yourself is, hey, Rams, good to have you here, man. Are they helping you to transform? This is what you should ask yourself. Are they helping you to transform? Do you see a difference in what they're sharing with you? And there's no shame. I don't expect you to be with a coach all the time forever. But are they helping you in some way? Let me pause here real quick, get some feedback from my BWC crowd. If anybody wants to, on mic and just share about coaching. Have you had a coach? Do you like your coach? Have you never had a coach and you're curious about it? Has anything I said about coaching helped you? Let's just pause for 10 seconds, 5 seconds to see anybody else wants to unmic and join in, and then we'll touch a bit on email marketing. Go.
Ramon Ray, welcome to the beach, my man. How are you?
Hey, Justin Conoco, I feel great, man. Good to hear your voice, brother. Talk to me.
Good. I apologize for the waves in the background.
It sounds great.
Biking
sounds
on
great.
The beach. So a couple things. A, your smile is beautiful, lights up my Monday, so I'm very happy to see you. Second, you talked about, everybody's driving towards something, right? Regardless if they say they're doing it for free, because I always say that. I'm not for sale. You can't hire me. But if you're looking for real estate anywhere in the world, you call me, because I'm your guy. I'll find you the right person, and I'll vet them for you. So that's my game, right? I give away the content for free more than I should so that I build a relationship. Now, coaches and mentors, There's a very big difference between a coach and a mentor. Mentors are people that are typically practitioners that you have to earn relationships with, but they can be incredibly valuable. The key to that is if they tell you to do something, they're not going to hold your hand. You go do it. You come back to them with another complex problem and watch their eyes light up because they like solving problems. Coaches I've hired for YouTube, for systems. I'm always hiring coaches, more than I should be. But I think you got to really think about what game are you playing, and then what are the things you need to learn in that game, and just be tactical about it. So I think it's a great topic. Love you all. I'm enjoying the fact that all the BWC fam is with me on the beach in Southwestern Ontario. And I'll talk to you guys soon.
Hey, Justin, look behind you. Look behind you, Justin. Did you see my sandcastle? I just built a sandcastle by your left leg. Look behind you.
I did, and I just built a moat around it to protect it for you, my man.
But I just built then an empire behind the moat that you built as well to protect your moat, Justin.
I appreciate it.
Love you, Justin. Appreciate you. All right, everybody. That was Justin Conica, the real estate extraordinaire in BWC. We'll save time for one more person, then I'm going to jump into email marketing. Rochelle, I see your topic here that Rochelle Turner never had a coach, but is very interested. Anybody else want to unmic on the BWC side before we jump to the next topic, email marketing? Or we may stay here. We'll see.
This is Dr. Jeannie.
Dr. Jeannie,
I'm
talk
just
to
gonna
us.
Simply say to Justin, never apologize for being at the beach. Always be happy about being at the beach. Never apologize to us. And the other thing is just if you are a coach, more important to even have coaches and mentors. More important.
Ooh, you know what, Dr. Jeannie, you're right. Because you're right. Yeah, and I think to have the resume or creds about something within a realm, right, of what you've done. Everybody has to start somewhere, Dr. Jeannie, but the person who's guiding me on how to build the space shuttle and they've never built a rocket before, that's a problem. So Dr. Jeannie Snyder, thank you. And Justin Conoco, Dr. Jeannie has given you permission to be on that beach. All right, we'll save. Anybody else? One more share. Anybody else wanted to join before I move on? All right.
Hey, Ramon, it's Rhonda.
Rhonda, welcome to the stage. Remind us who you are, what you do, and then please share your thoughts. Good to have your voice here.
Absolutely. So I am the CEO and Chief Vision Officer of Above the Grind Leadership. We do executive coaching, leadership, training, and development. And I'm the host of the Coffee with Rhonda show. That's a quick summary of who I am. So I love this conversation because I constantly am working with leaders who are understanding the difference between a coach, a mentor, a consultant. All of us occupy very, very different roles in your life, on your team, in your space. The thing I say about coaching is a mentor is wonderful. They're nice to have. It's an agreement, though. You've got to get an agreement with the coach, and they need to fully understand what you're expecting and wanting from them. A coach is someone that you hire to go on your journey with you. They are in it with you. They are invested in your success. Huge difference than someone who is just trying to help you out or someone who is committed to your success. Back to you, Ramon.
Rhonda, I love that. And I'll tell you the three people in my life, how they work. And Justin, thanks for starting the conversation of explaining the differences. I blended them really for the sake of those who are using nobody, who are all alone. And my share there was get somebody, because alone is so hard, and I would dare say possibly impossible. Every successful person I know has had someone in their life, but Rhonda, you are so right. And here's my case of three people in my life. For example, I have a mentor. His name is Yakov Urinsky, and we're friends as well. I've known him for over 20 years. I pay him nothing. I've been to his office. He's been with me. He does whiteboarding with me, get me some bagels and cream cheese and lox and all kind of things. And he just hits me up every now and then. I have people that I mentor, and I don't say it formally, but these are just what I call a few young men in my life. One guy's in construction. One guy's a tap dancer. Just like Yakov does to me, I hit them up more than they hit me. How you doing, brother? What's going on? How's your marriage? How's your life? How's your health? I hit them up, and they'll call me once in a while out of the blue, 12 o'clock midnight. Ramon, listen, this happened to me. So that's what I think I call as mentorship. And Rhonda, you can jump back and let me know if I'm tracking what you're saying. That's one. Number two, I have coaches that I've hired in their coaching programs that I pay money to, who are helping me. In my case, it's usually business and mindset. And the one coach I'm using right now is Lamar Tyler, his traffic sales and profit program. And then I do have consultants, and usually the consultants are for particular tactical things. I have a Facebook marketing consultant. Now they're really doing a lot of the Facebook marketing, but they advise us in Facebook marketing. I have my project manager. I pay her for particular tasks. So Rhonda, just real quick, if you have time, if you're present, are you able to jump back in? Am I tracking kind of those three different ways, or anything that you would say differently?
Yeah, absolutely. Those three ways are great. Each of them function based on you,
Mhm.
right? So they all function a little bit differently based on your needs, what you decide is important. And specifically for a mentor, the way that they're comfortable operating in that mentorship space. So I agree with you. At any cost, don't do it alone. I had to learn that lesson the hard way. And now at any given time, probably 2 or 3 mentors and 2 or 3 coaches that I pay.
I love it. I love it. All right, everybody, we got 6 more minutes to go. And I do want to touch on quick. It doesn't do it service, but I want to do it. And by the way, I want to do it. Doesn't do it justice, but I will do it here. Just to touch on a few tips on email marketing, why it's important. And I know this has been a cram session, but that's kind of my style. I cram in 40,000 different things into one session, which I probably shouldn't do, but that is me. Rhonda, you have somebody who'd like to talk to you, Rhonda. Share out slowly one more time, Rhonda, who you are, because you got a fan in my LinkedIn stream. Talk to me, Rhonda, one more time.
Ramon, you're hilarious. So, so my name is Rhonda Y. Williams. I'm the CEO.
And say that last name slowly. They're trying to find you. Why?
Oh, sure. Rhonda Y. Williams. If
There we
you're
go.
trying to find me on LinkedIn, you can find me at Rhonda Y. Williams 1. Rhonda Y. Williams 1
Perfect.
is my name on LinkedIn.
Rochelle, if you can't find her, just hit me up and I'll connect you and Rhonda. Okay, so email marketing. Just a few things I wanted to share because I'm a firm believer that email marketing is powerful. This is what we talk about in the Celebrity CEO Experience, what we talk about in Celebrity CEO. I encourage those who have not downloaded your Celebrity CEO Personal Branding Blueprint. At the very least, it's free, no cost to you. Just go to celebritysceo.com, download the blueprint, join our coaching program if you wish as well. But step one, just download the blueprint. We talk about email marketing quite a bit. And tonight, in fact, we have one of the OGs of email marketing joining us for a live call. But ask yourself, who is the audience? Who's the audience that you're serving in your email newsletter? Are you writing to them? I have a number of emails that go out, but in my Ramon Ray email, which goes out every Thursday, I'm writing to myself. And I'm writing to myself because I find that I'm writing to myself and people who identify and see themselves in me. Sounds weird. I'll go and unpack that a little later on, maybe another session. But who is your audience? Everybody has a different way they do it. But who's your audience? Mine's a bit humorous sometimes. I talk about what's going on in my world, but I always connect it back to small business growth. Dr. Emerald says, coach, mentor, and sponsors in different fields is essential. Absolutely, Dr. Emerald. And then number two, are you sharing what they want and or what they need? Two different things, but I think there's a combination. Sometimes you have to give people what they want and slip in what they need. And if you watch that lion guy who trains lions and animals somewhere in South Africa with the Clorox colored hair, bleached hair, he puts pills into the meat from time to time, right? To help them get rid of parasites. They want the meat and he slips in the pills. So that's a whole nother show right there. But are you sharing what they want and or what they need? Number three, I find very, very important. Once you've attracted the right audience and you're serving them well, what's the subject line say? What's the subject line? What's getting them to open it? Not as a bait and switch, but I'm talking about, is the subject line resonating with them to get them to open it? Because we're flooded with emails. I'm flooded with emails. All my emails are filtered out, but I'm flooded. And then what type of email newsletter are you working on? You're welcome, Rochelle. Is it more transactional based? Buy. Or is it sharing a story? Hey, what's up? This is Ramon. Here's what I went through today. And then maybe, again, I'm a firm believer everything you do can have a CTA or guiding people, but is it more of a conversation piece? And my email newsletters are more conversation pieces. You can see what I do at RamonRay.com. And how you can measure your success? Look at the open rates and click-through rates. But let me give you a secret. That's not the only thing to look at because all software programs may not do the open rates and click-through rates perfectly. Some people get your email and don't open each one. But excuse me, they get it because they want to remember who you are. They may not open the last 10, 20 emails. So be careful of that. There's a number of people who I didn't realize were following me who see what I'm doing because they don't comment, they don't share, but they see me. They see me. And the connection's there. Listen, everybody, this is Ramon Ray. Let me get a comment from Clubhouse. We got about 2 more minutes to go before Dre Baldwin comes up. Anything I said today that anybody else wanted to share on? And thank you so much, Ian Peters, for your share on LinkedIn. We got a good LinkedIn audience here. We got a good Instagram audience here, and I'm sure people are watching across other platforms. If you're hearing the sound of my voice, if you're liking what you're hearing, do me a favor, hit the share button. Share this out right now to somebody else. Put a comment and share why what I heard, one little thing resonated with you. Share it to your tribe. Share it to your tribe. We'll get 1 or 2 comments on Clubhouse side, and then we'll turn this segment over to Dre Baldwin. And I'm going to close the Instagram handle right now, close the Instagram feed, and I'm going to close the live broadcast, and we'll get close and intimate with Clubhouse. Who on Clubhouse wants to share with me? On mic, say your name. Cool. All right. Well, hey, listen.
Ramona, I'm going to
Please.
say that I don't think you talk too fast because I'm